I'm the wholesome it girl, the essence aesthetic, and if you're new here, you're cool here. And today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, Black American princesses. It is not unnoticed that Black media has fizzled away from the Black American princess archetype. The Black American princess is described as someone of middle class and upper middle class affluence, whether raised or achieved through corporate ladders. In my opinion, the Black American princess archetype is an important part of Black representation, and in today's video, we're going to be diving into her predecessor and her modern resurgence. From living single to a different world, we've always had a Black American princess to look up to. From Whitley Gilbert to Hillary Banks, she was always there. As we go into the 2020s, I wonder, where is the Black American princess presence and how can we make sure that she makes a comeback? So let's start with her predecessor. If you think of the 1990s cult classic B.A.P.s when you hear Black American Princess, you are absolutely correct. As mentioned, the Black American Princess status can be obtained by way of means or you can be born into it. In the 1990s cult classic, Halle Berry and her co-star, can't remember her name right now, but I'll put her name here. They were both left a fortune by a dying white man who decided to leave them everything he had because he believed in them and he saw their worth. Let's not forget, the Black American princess has always been around. We have been that girl since the dawn of time. However, the 1990s really took its time to give us the light that we deserve. My ultimate 1990s Black American princess has to be Dion from Clueless. How I left her out of my bougie Barbie video, I don't know. Okay. I also left Maxine out from Living Single. So I'm going to part two that video. But there is just a treasure trove of Black American princesses to pick from when it comes to Black media in the 90s. So let's get into it. Hillary Banks is the daughter of Phil Banks. He's a lawyer. They live in Bel Air and they are loaded. Hillary has no cares in the world until she decided to make her own way as a weather girl. As we dive into the 1990s version of Hillary Banks, we cannot skip over the fact that she is in fact a socialite. Her dad is a lawyer and she has always known means. As an upper middle class Black American princess, Hillary Banks did spend a lot of her time on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air as a comedic cutaway. However, she did experience a character development that I appreciate. She started her independent journey as a weather girl, and then she often also talked about her dreams of becoming a co-host or a host of a television show. Her dreams were actualized in the ending of the show, where she not only became a host of her own talk show, but she also started a very successful catering business, which I didn't know, which is probably why in the resurgence of Bel Air, they made Coco Jones a caterer, showcasing the modern day version of Hillary and where she could be in today's society. Now, when we look at other Black American princesses, we cannot forget the Whitley Gilbert from the show A Different World. Whitley Gilbert, much like Hillary Banks, was a socialite. However, she was a Southern belle. Because of Whitley's Southern belle background and her Southern upbringing, she did focus a lot on being a traditional housewife. However, she did realize that there's more to life than just being a society woman. So she got her first job and she went through the struggles of being an independent woman. My favorite part about the Black American princess archetype is usually they find their way throughout the storytelling. Whitley, although she ended up becoming married, she became a more well-rounded woman. And this brings me to Living Single. We have both Regine and Maxine. Although Regine would be considered the bougie Barbie of the show, Maxine was a career woman and she was an affluent lawyer. I will not let that go by. That is representation for women like myself. Women who pride themselves in education as well as being able to work their way up the corporate ladder. Now, Regine, on the other hand, she is the quintessential Black American princess. As I dive deep into Regina's character from Living Single, I'm going to be referencing my notes as I have not watched the show as of yet. This is why I neglected to mention Maxine in my bougie dark skin character video analysis, but I will be doing another version of that video where I will make sure she is front and center. But as we talk about Black American princesses, Regine actually fits into that archetype. She was described to be a diva, a social climber, and someone who's only interested in finding a wealthy husband. She was very fashion forward and image conscious. She was considered a fashion icon. She was impeccably dressed and also had the most advice for current trends as well as how to become a wealthy wife. I know that's right, girl. In the end, it is revealed to me that she was a loyal friend and she also became a successful event planner. That is amazing. The Black American princess, although she is introduced as a shallow woman, I find that she also has an overall character development that most women can find a better meaning to her character at the end of the show. I think it's amazing that both Whitley and Regine found their wealthy husband or found their traditional life, but they also found the importance of having and maintaining a career. And I feel like the Black American princess archetype has that in common. Even if we think back to B.A.P.s, we can see that at the end of the movie, Halle Berry ended up opening a hair salon slash soul food restaurant. She wanted to be a hairstylist, or did she want to be? I think she wanted to be the hairstylist. Don't quote me. She ended up achieving her dreams. Hillary ended up achieving her dreams, and Regine also ended up achieving her dreams. So, as we look into the 1990s and we peer into what the actual Black American princess dream was for a young Black woman like myself, we can see that at the end of the road, career and having a livelihood as well as being a wife or not being a wife was always portrayed fairly and honestly. So in the next version of this video, I will be talking about how that representation is leaking over into the resurgence of the Black American princess. However, instead of it being in the form of a fictitious character, it is actually in role models that are actually in society today. From Coco Jones to Elandria Coldwright, we will be discussing how the Black American princess is making her way back into Black media, as well as becoming the mainstream version of a Black American princess and more importantly an it girl. So I hope to see you in my next video as we dive deep into the modern resurgence of the Black American princess.